project in today's world, there are two things that can cause debate or discussion and attract the attention of everyone: social media and politics. While some try to avoid these topics, everyone has an opinion on them. So what happens when they combine? Do they blend together to help everyone, or do they work against each other to cause confusion and chaos? Does social media affect politics? My hypothesis is that social media is changing the world at a very fast rate. Modern technology has made communications quick and convenient. With social media and politics are now able to friend, post, Facebook tweet, Instagram, Snapchat, direct message, and text on individual and large groups. Social media has been able to report stories, influence voters, and bring awareness to political and social issues and broadcast it as a political ads. So with all the social media and politics hype, is social media allies or adversaries? Here we have a chart from the 2016 presidential elections. It lists all the social media presidential hopefuls and some of the forms of social media they are using. To break it down even more, here are the top 3 contenders in their social media activity over a 3-week period. Below are their numbers and responses, shares and retweets that occurred on the same 3-week period. And my mom says I'm on my phone a lot. Next shows stats for social media for 2016. Both Facebook and YouTube have reached over 1 billion users, with other forms of social media not far behind. Just to show the stats, 16% registered voters follow candidates on social media. 39% of adult Americans have used social media in some way involving political or civic activities. 25% of social media users become more active about political issues after engaging with it on social media websites. I conducted a survey to see how the public felt about the social media and politics. I had 63 people complete my survey, which ironically I conducted over social media. I asked 5 questions. Do you feel social media affects politics? Is social media changing the way politicians communicate with the public? And do you feel politicians use social media way too much? Do you feel that social media helps
Travis,
politics
please report to the office. Elizabeth Travis.
in a positive way? And is social media running politics? 60% of the participants feel that social media does affect the politicians, while 3 do not. 60 feel that social media is changing the way politicians communicate, while 3 do not. 43 feel that politicians use social media way too much, while 20 do not. And 21 feel that social media helps in a positive way, while 42 do not. And for the last question, 37 feel social media is running politics, while 26 do not. Social media can be a great outlet for obtaining information, connecting with others, and communications. Even politicians are taking advantage of everything social media has to offer. Tweeting, Snapchatting, Facebooking, and Instagram have all become new forms of communication for politicians. While there may be some negative aspects, social media has opened up a whole new world for those who use it. With all my research, I must conclude that social media, if used properly, can work in a positive way for politics. I feel that they can be a good combination and that they will continue to be developed and work effectively together. Thank you.
Could you go back over the chart on the right that's got
This one?
Yep.
Well, see, those are like Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and Bernie Sanders, since they like all went up together.
Okay.
Like they have the most like tweets and Instagrams and Facebooks and like people that want to like they like when see it's like I would think that Donald Trump would have the most, but Hillary Clinton has the most. And like my personal opinion, I wanted Hillary Clinton to win, but so yeah, Donald Trump has the most.
Okay, and that's what that shows.
Yeah.
Just the activity on social media.
Like their history of it.
Okay. So, could you sum up again? So, how do you think? Maybe go into a little more detail about the most recent election. How do you think social media affected this past presidential election?
I think like politicians are using social media to get like people to vote for them. Like I think it's so much easier, and like I feel like they should stop using like social media and like I know the ads and everything, but then I feel like tweets, like Donald Trump is like having fights with people on Twitter and stuff, and and like that's what's right there. And so I feel like they're using social media way too much for their campaign.
So, in your opinion, should politicians use social media at all, or should it be used in a very controlled manner? What do you
I feel
think?
like it should be like in a controlled manner. Like they should have it under control.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a closer look at the board and